Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 272 for Monday, December 28th, 2009. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is Nine. Nine is directed by Rob Marshall, who you guys would all know from Chicago, which is the film that I believe won 6 Academy Awards the year it came out. I'm going to get into my thoughts on that in a second. The film stars Daniel Day-Lewis, love him. Marion Cotillard, love her. Penelope Cruz, I want you to be my wife after seeing this movie. Kate Hudson, yeah. Judi Dench, fairly solid. And the always classic Sophia Loren. Nine is a film that is based on a film based on a play. It's based on the 1963 Federico Fellini film 8½, which was then turned into a Broadway musical, or they made a musical based off of that movie called Nine, and now Rob Marshall has made Nine, which is based off of that Broadway musical based off of the film. If you follow that logic, doesn't matter. Nine is the story of a man named Guido trying to make a film. He's lost, he has no script, he has all these actors and all these budgets. It's his 9th film that's coming out, hence the title Nine. And he kind of, instead of, like in 8½, which if anybody's seen that, instead of going into his mind and going on these weird, kind of surreal fantasies, he transcends into a musical world where people are singing and all that sort of thing. All of his mistresses and his wife and that sort of thing. I will say right off the bat for this review, I am not a fan of musicals. I would not say that I am a fan of musicals. I think especially current musicals, because I feel like when they come out, I'm never really that excited. I feel like musicals are the one genre where you have to either be into it, like you really have to like the music in order to like the film, I think. For the most part. Maybe not all the time, but for the most part. And Chicago is a film that came out, won all these Academy Awards. I've seen it. I never did a review for it on this daily review, but I think the film is just okay, and I never really understood why people thought it was so great. I was actually a bit bored in Chicago. But, safe to say, I actually think that Nine is a pretty decent and solid little movie. It's getting a lot of hate on by a lot of critics, but I do think that Nine is fairly well done. I think that the problem with musicals to me, and especially modern ones that don't have it down pat like a film like Singing in the Rain does, which I will get into in the next review, is that it's kind of like a Paris Je t'aime or a New York I Love You, which is a collection of, it's a movie but it's a collection of like short films. And if you have a movie with like 16 short films or a musical with like 16 songs, there are some bits that are going to just soar and you're going to be like cheering in your seat, and some that are going to fall extremely flat. And I feel like that's how it is for Nine. There's some music numbers with Fergie. I forgot to mention Fergie's in this. For Be Italian, exceptional. There's one with Penelope Cruz that she is just so gorgeous and sexy on screen that it's hard not to be taken aback by it, especially from a guy's perspective. Daniel Day-Lewis does a fairly good job, especially in his first song, I think, for being a guy that doesn't sing. Kate Hudson's kind of Guido song, I don't know what it's called, but she says Guido a lot in it. It's catchy and it's a lot of bright lights and stuff like that. But when the film gets to like the Nicole Kidman section, also forgot to mention she's in this, it falls really flat for me, and there's supposed to be an emotional core, I think, to her section that falls extremely flat. Her music number is very boring. There's a lot of other music numbers that don't work so well. There's one with Judi Dench that feels really weird and awkward, and I just didn't like that at all. Marion Cotillard, though, in my opinion, I think gives the best musical number, because unlike everybody else's, although it might be brilliant song, brilliant dance, or whatever you want to say about it, Marion Cotillard's is the only one where I felt emotionally connected to things that were going on in the song. You can really tell that this girl is a good actress, and her character and her pain and the flaws that she's facing in life really shine through with the song that she's singing. I would recommend Nine to people, even if you are not really that into musicals, because I'm not really that into musicals, but I think it's still a fairly entertaining film for people to see. I give Nine a 3.5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you.